Hi there, everyone. This is Tom with Escape Artist and Escape Dates, and I have the pleasure of interviewing Phil Henderson today, all the way from Saudi Arabia. Is that correct, Phil?
It is indeed, Tom.
That's good. Now, it doesn't sound like you have a Saudi Arabian accent there. What's going on, Phil?
Yeah, it's a northeast England accent with a touch of Scottish. And,
gotcha. So
I've learned some Saudi, but not much.
You're either down there looking for gold or oil. Which one is it?
We're helping them with electricity, believe it or not.
Gotcha.
Which is quite funny, seeing the fact they've just had a shock off the electric here and we've got half the house down with the power.
So you don't have any pull at the electric company is what you're telling me, huh?
That's exactly what I'm telling you, yeah. That's exactly. We just do the computer systems.
That's great.
So, but it's... Yeah, you certainly learn some basic stuff when you get out here, I must admit.
Right. So how are the
it's a great place to live. Yeah.
How are the ski slopes in Saudi Arabia? Are they any good? Any good skiing about this time of year?
No, I believe they have had snow before. We've had rain and thunderstorms. But if you want to go skiing, you got to go to Dubai. They do have a ski Dubai, believe it or not. Yeah, they have a very large indoor ski slope within the shopping mall. So that's quite unique to see that. All these Saudis skiing down there, and the Dubai guys all skiing down in the shopping mall. So they do actually have a ski Dubai.
That's very cool. I've read about that. The indoor ring. That's very cool. So, Phil, we were talking about escape dates today. We're talking about escape artists. We're talking about being an expat, and I know a lot of our readers around the world, they're interested in, what the expat lifestyle is like and would love to get to know a little bit about you. And, as we talk to people about, being an escape artist, it's not a negative thing. It just means that you like to be free and you like to have the ability to live in any country you want and live life really on your own terms. And it seems, with not only your internet marketing business, but your lifestyle you've kind of shaped your life around that. Is that correct?
That is correct, yeah. I came out here June last year, and since then the opportunities have just increased since I've been out here. So I've come out here to do consultancy in a day job position. So I'm doing a lot of work with the utility industry here. But on the top of that, I've also picked up a lot of contacts through LinkedIn, believe it or not, by changing my area to LinkedIn, since I was living here now, and got a lot of inquiries through LinkedIn itself. But I've got a lot of friends in Dubai, so I've been across to Dubai quite a few times. And stayed with Peter Sage on the Palm. He's a very influential guy in my life, and met a lot of good marketers across there as well. And I picked up a lot of contacts, which has been great that way. What's been the strange aspect of this is I'm sitting here now on a mobile broadband dongle because we don't have the internet in the property here. We have to be a Saudi national and have an Iqama to get the internet installed. So I'm sitting here with basically a 3G mobile dongle, which is getting 2.6 meg, which isn't too bad.
That's not bad at all.
Sometimes it drops right down to it's not too bad at all. So, but that's what some of the quirkiness of living in Saudi you have to get used to. The electricity, we've got 4 different types of socket in the apartment, and we've just found out half the house's electric is wired up differently to the other half of the house. But the people are great. It's not what people say it is, Saudi. It's not what you expect. Very, very friendly people. And very hospitable, and I'm basically a hop, step and a jump across to Bahrain, which is another big hotbed for marketing. That's really picking off there. Right. So we're picking up a few inquiries from Bahrain as well. So in the space of one day, I can jump across to Bahrain, fly to Dubai, and then be across in Abu Dhabi as well. So we can cover a lot of territory very, very quickly. And so there's been a lot of events in the Middle East now. A lot of people are picking up on the marketing. One thing that we've got the other day, I was speaking to a friend who was married in Jordan, and we've been approached now by basically the Jordan Prime Minister to discuss how they can use social media to prevent the events that's happened in Egypt and other countries within this region, which is pretty powerful stuff. So,
well, don't they just give everybody in Jordan like $250,000 a year or something like that? Isn't everybody just like rich there in Jordan? I thought they distributed all the oil proceeds and everybody got like $200,000 a year or something like that. That's a way to keep civil unrest. Here's a couple $100,000, just chill out.
Just chill out, exactly. Yeah, he has a barbecue, go and have some fun.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of unrest. You can understand why. There's you can see, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but you can see some of the oppression across here in the countries, and you can see what they're looking for. There's always a fear that the oil's going to dry up and what's going to happen after that. But, I mean, you walk down the street and you'll bump into maybe 15 different nationalities. There's a lot of people here in Saudi Arabia particularly, and at all different levels, and this is what you've got to get used to across here. Obviously, the Saudis are top of the pecking order, and then it comes down, you've got your Americans, Europeans, and you move down towards the Indians, etc. So you have to get used to that a little bit. It's not the best part of what we have here in the Middle East, and certainly in Dubai as well, which is very prominent. But the people here, the country's great. The weather's fantastic. But we're living in you can see the white walls behind, everything's white walls. There's not a picture on the place. Very, very basic. It's a very Spartan lifestyle. And, but, you just get on, you make the most of it, and you have to adapt to your circumstances. And if you can adapt, you can live anywhere. So I can jump from this apartment, which is usually Spartan, go across to a nice 5-star hotel in Dubai, or go and stay at my friend's house. He's got a massive place on the Palm itself, and live the life of luxury. So you've got the best of both worlds. So you don't mind roughing it for a few days and jumping across there on the weekend or something.
So in talking to somebody about moving to Saudi Arabia, what would be the best area if a person was just going to go over there and wanted to live there for a while? What's the best place in Saudi Arabia to live for somebody coming as an expat?
To me, you've obviously got to go, if they're coming because of their job, it depends where they're going to be positioned. It's a massive, massive territory, a massive kingdom. Where we are, we're in the eastern region, so we're in Dammam and Khobar, which means we're very close. There's basically a causeway, a bridge between between Saudi and Bahrain, and we can do it in about 45 minutes, maybe 60 minutes, depending on the border control. So we can jump across there, and it's basically the Saudi playground, Bahrain, on the weekend. Our weekend starts today. This is obviously on a Wednesday it will start, and then on a Wednesday you see all these Saudis driving across the border, jumping across there for the weekend of fun, and then coming back on the Friday, ready for the work on the Saturday. So that's what you've got to get used to with it. But Eastern region gives you the freedom if you want to go across there, and it's not as restrictive. You can also have alcohol freely across there as well if people want to have a glass of wine with a meal. Whereas in Saudi there's supposedly no alcohol. We don't drink on the compound, but it's available if you are looking for it.
Right.
But, we stick to the Saudi rules across here and just go to Bahrain on the weekend. Maybe it's one weekend in the month we jump across there, which is what you have to do for your visa anyway. You have to leave the country once every 30 days just for the visa stipulations. So we've basically been based in the eastern region. That's where we are. Riyadh's a bit more restrictive, but as I say, you get used to it. You get used to prayers 5 times a day and things like that. You time your shopping. You don't go to a shop or don't go to a restaurant if the prayers are due, because you just get locked in the building. So and that's quite an experience. I've been locked in a couple of times in the early days I was here. But,
sure.
To me, the eastern region is probably best for me. Another tip I would give people, if you're going to fly into Saudi, fly in via Bahrain rather than flying in through Saudi itself, certainly through Dammam Airport, because the customs in Bahrain will take you maybe 10-15 minutes. You're straight through, you'll give your 2 dinars across and come straight through. If you go to the Saudi airport, you're going to get about 3 to 4 hours of customs, and it just doesn't move. So that's a little tip for you. We always fly in through Bahrain and then take the 40-minute drive across the causeway. That's how we do it.
Great, excellent. And what are as far as the restaurants and activities in Saudi Arabia? Is it they've got a lot of choices and great food and fun times, or what's the entertainment like there?
There's not much in the way of entertainment.
No.
You've got to bear in mind that you have the family area and you have the singles area. Even restaurants are separated. So a single man can't sit in the family area. So you'll have all these single guys sitting in one end of the restaurant and the families in the other end of the restaurant. In Dammam and Khobar, you go down what we call the Corniche, which is the seafront, and you've got McDonald's, you've got Chili's, you've got Costa Coffee, Starbucks, Burger King, Pizza Hut, all these places down there, Domino's Pizza. So it's very westernized for the food down there. And they've also got a lot of Indian restaurants, a lot of Lebanese restaurants, a right mix of different cultures and restaurants and foods you can choose from there. So the food is good. The food's very good. They love their cakes, they love their sweet shops. And in fact, we were walking along the street the other day and we thought it was a goldsmith's. We thought this shop was all about gold and jewellery. and it was cakes. It was cakes and sweets, and it had security guys outside. It was something else to see. But
interesting.
But where we are, it's quite industrial where we are. And we've just come from. We walked down to the shops there, next to the gymnasium. We walk freely. We'll walk past the compound where there's armed guards. People still have this fear of security. I've never had any issues. We haven't seen any issues across here. And we walked down freely to the shops, and we stopped off and had a street curry. So we got ourselves a chicken curry from the street vendor kind of thing, and perfectly fine. So you've got the mix of whatever you wish from there. Yeah.
That's great. So if you're a single guy looking for a really hot woman and you want to go out and party real hard, doesn't sound like Saudi Arabia is the place to be. Huh? and probably vice versa, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, as I say, this is why everybody jumps across to Bahrain or they fly across to Dubai for the weekend. This is their escape that they have. But it's an hour flight to Dubai. So it's 40 minutes to Bahrain. You can spend time there. It's very westernized. You can do more or less what you could do in the Western world, and then you've got an hour's flight across to Dubai, which is like the Vegas of the Vegas of the Middle East, to be honest with you.
Sure. And, so what happens in Dubai must stay in Dubai, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
I must have it. I've had my family across there a few times. I flew my family in from Scotland, and we actually celebrated my daughter's 21st birthday across there as well. And then we went down to my friend's house on the Palm. So a fantastic time. Beautiful. And the food across there, just the quality of everything across there is a different level. You can get it's about £100 a head, so what's that? About $150 a head. But you can eat and drink as much as you want all day once you're in there, Well, it's 5 hours, but 5 hours is enough, believe me, when you're getting free champagne and things thrown at you all the time. And it's right next to the Burj Al Arab.
Yeah, that's the man-made development out in the water, correct?
Yeah, Burj Al Arab, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And right next to there's a water park. It's one of the best water parks I've been in. But it's Dubai's different. It's very hustle and bustle, and there's some fantastic nightclubs on the beach. My friends are DJ there, etc. Very friendly people again, and it's a mix of all sorts of cultures. But we were there for the rugby sevens. I went across for that. Met the team from Bahrain, who I know from Bahrain Rugby Club, and it's a good expat community. It really is good. The schools in Bahrain, especially, the schools are very good. Saudi is supposedly good as well. I haven't met many people who's been to Saudi schools, but certainly from the Bahrain education system, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. But you soon pick up where the expats are, and you soon get into the swing of things and get to meet the other guys across there and build a community.
That's great. Now I know that you have a internet consultancy that you do as well called WePromoteYouOnline.com. Is that correct?
That's right, yeah. This is one of those light bulb moments. We'd spent about 4 hours trying to work out what to name the company, and the company before that was called Your Web Sense, and we launched that in the USA, believe it or not, back in 2008, and that was doing local search marketing, helping local businesses get online, and it was to make sense of the web, so we called it Your Web Sense. We didn't know at the time there's another business called Web Sense. There was a little bit of confusion with that. Yeah, we didn't realise at the time. We should have done our homework. But I was thinking about changing the name of the company, and every time people ask us what I did online, I say, well, we do SEO, we do pay-per-click, let's call it PPC, we do social media, and they went, so what does that mean? And I just went, basically, we promote you online, and that's how we came up with the name, that's how it stuck. And it was, as I say, we spent 4 hours on the whiteboard.
Apple fell out of the tree, did it?
That was it. We just wrote that, then the tagline came, more customers the smart way, and that's how we came up with the tagline as well. But there's all these stories of these companies coming up with brand names and things like that, and ours was just, well, what is it we do? Well, we promote you online. It's simple as that. And we're all over the web for it. We've picked up clients in Dubai, we've picked up clients in Saudi Arabia, we've got clients we've picked up in the US, we've got people in Germany, we've got people coming in from Italy. So we are picking a lot of different places in different countries, different clients. But predominantly we were going to build it in the UK. It's still doing okay. It's still got clients. One of our success stories was the String Quartet Glasgow, and because of the efforts that we did, they were found by Brian Wilson's team, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, and they were the string quartet in concert when he came to Glasgow. and they were picked because of the social media stuff they'd done on Facebook. Also, they saw the videos on YouTube, and then they went to Google and saw the website there as well. So that was a good success story. And they took their bookings from maybe 30 or 40 bookings a year to last year doing over 180 bookings. So they've done a lot with social media, etc. And that's the sort of thing. So we've took what we do online ourselves, and we just helped clients to do the same thing. Blame cleaning companies, drain cleaning companies, not so many pool cleaning companies, but we've done all sorts of labouring type people across here. Accountants we've done. We've got one now for a steam cleaning company. We've got one for a Lamborghini hire company as well. So yeah, it's the brand's building. It's something else we need to expand on. But at the same time, I had my products where I was teaching other people as well. So I had my products on ClickBank. I've had my products on the Warrior Forum, etc., which is these how-to programs. You know, how to use Facebook, how to build Facebook pages, how to do SEO, search engine optimization, and how to do it very, very quickly. And one of my products, my first one, was Stupidly Simple SEO, which it's closed just now. And that was all about getting articles onto page 1 of Google as fast as we could. And typically we were getting an article on page 1 of Google in less than 10 minutes. And it was hitting top spot and staying there. We've still got articles up there now. But then we moved to video marketing. And we still do that with YouTube videos. So, if you Google we promote your online, you'll see our video there. Best marketing newsletter, Strain Tech Glasgow, Steam Clean Dubai. You'll see all the videos up there on #1 positions. So, and we've also done it for some other marketing aspects as well, using the power of video. So, yeah.
I know with your credentials, we're working with you directly on EscapeDates, and we know that EscapeDates is not for singles, not just for singles, and it's a place where it's the world's first social and business network marketing community, which enables people not only to learn internet marketing, which you'll be one of the mentors for the EscapeDates organization, helping with some of our trainings and teaching people how to promote their profiles and how to promote, as we call it, the global social network. And, a lot of people are coming in and they're starting to build these niche communities, and in working with you and your company and working with EscapeDates, they will be able to learn how to promote it. Like we have a gentleman up in New York that I know that just enrolled, and he's got a martial arts community, and did a video interview with us the other day, and he's got a whole group of people coming online. What would be, if you're talking to somebody about EscapeDates, not only acquiring the knowledge but being able to apply it, what will be some of the things that you'll be teaching people on how to promote their global social network and how to make it go viral so they can live like you live anywhere in the world on your own terms?
I think if I take one of the clients, we take Clean Quick Blinds. When we first looked at him, he came to me to have his web established. And we looked at the branding, his branding. For a cleaning company, it wasn't bright, it wasn't fresh. So the first thing we did is look at his branding overall. And we went for the whites, the yellows and the blues that were really bright. We used some red for the buy it now type buttons and the call to action buttons as well. So we completely freshened his brand up. And it looks great. We chose those colours and the design that he could use not just on the website, he could use it on any banner he wanted to put on his email signature. He could use it as his postcards if you want to put postcards through businesses. He could use it for his business cards. He could use the same brand on his van. And he's branded his van exactly the same way now. So what that means, anywhere he promotes himself, he has that common message, and people become familiar with his brand now, his style, etc. So if he was to post in a local directory, and this is something else that we teach as well, using the power of local directory sites, if he was to post in there and somebody went on to Google, they'll see his brand there, and it makes him look bigger. It makes him look bigger than a one-man band, than just having a black and white type ad, etc. So that was the first thing, and it's the first thing I would suggest to people: have your brand as such. When I first got into internet marketing, mine was always a tuxedo for some reason. I was snapped on a marketer's cruise, had the tuxedo, and that image went all around the internet. It's still on the internet now when you search for me and you look at the images. Then the other one after that was when I had my face bashed in when I was surfing in Tortola, and I managed to hit the sandbar. So that was an embarrassment, but that was my brand. But then on the business side, the We Promote Your Online brand, you can see how we've done that. And whenever you search for that, it's on our videos. It's absolutely everywhere. So branding yourself, choose a good name, choose an easy to remember name, and then choose good colours that reflect an imagery that reflects what your business does. I think that's very important. And it's something that when people just happen to fall onto any aspect, any social media, whether it be LinkedIn or whatever, they can see that, oh, I know this guy, I've seen his brand before, or this gal rather, and whatever it is. I've seen this brand, I'm familiar with this brand, I feel comfortable with this brand, and it just builds that familiarity straight away, and it starts building that relationship. So,
for example, in applying what you're talking about to EscapeDates, putting a nice profile together would be a good idea. I know, like the gentleman with the martial arts, he's chosen the keyword, the master circle, and he's put a nice background image, and he's really dressed his profile up real nice. So you're saying that applying this success principle in internet marketing to EscapeDates is the first thing you want to do, is really do a nice job building out your profile, because that is the first impression that people see when they come to your community, right?
It is, and it's something that it takes time to do, but once you've established it, you can then outsource that. Now, some of the games that we use, and again, something I'm moving more into, you can use Fiverr.com. Fiverr is Fiverr.com, and you can outsource it for $5 or GigBooks for $10 or whatever. So you can get these graphics designed. Once you've got the idea of the brand, get them outsourced. You can get these guys to install it and put these things together. You can see, okay, I want a YouTube background. This is my idea. This is my imagery. These are my colours. Go and create it for us. So you can have somebody else do it for you. If you're not that good on the graphics, outsource it to these guys. Start with Fiverr or someone else that you're familiar with, and then get that common branding across all of that. It does make a difference, definitely. And now with the new Facebook timeline, and obviously my timeline now, I've got a picture of David Bullock, who did Obama 2.0. I've got Con Mirza there, and I've got a few other guys, some of the top marketers in the Middle East are on there. We're in the Burj Khalifa, so it's quite a dramatic imagery that's up there. But what you can also do is you could have that like a business card, that profile part, so you can actually put these are my contact deals on that top part. What you do, you can have a picture. If you're a cleaning company or blinking, you can have the imagery of your van or whatever, or what you do. If you're a cinematographer, if you're a video guy, you can have video up there and then say this is my business. So you could use that top image on top of your timeline to promote what you do as well. And the same goes when you start moving into other aspects. I see your YouTube videos and your YouTube channel, have that branded as well. And that does make a very strong difference to your success. And again, it's just that familiarity. All the big brands do it, so you should follow the big brands and that sort of thing. And it doesn't have to cost a fortune. If you haven't got the money, it's going to take time. If you've got time and money, you can do some of the work yourself, or you can outsource it, as I say, to Fiverr or GigBooks. So if you want to get a more professional job done, I'm not saying that Fiverr's a cheap job. You do get some good jobs, but you can also go and find other graphic designers who can do it, or other specialists, and it will make a massive difference on your brand, and also on the perceived value of your company. And this is the difference. When people see a strong brand, a strong image, the value of your offering, the value of your service increases, and there's more chance that they're going to click through and come to you, rather than somebody who's stuck something together by himself. So it's important that you get your branding right.
So we're going to see that example in EscapeDates on your profile. Are you going to go under the code name We Promote You Online, your business online, or what's going to be your code name on where our members can find you?
That's what I'm working on now. I'm trying to find the right way to put that one across.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I mean, We Promote You Online, I'm probably going to change the direction of We Promote You Online. The site's sitting okay at the moment. It's something that I'll put together. I put that together on the weekend.
That's a great looking site. Yeah.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. The videos, I did all the videos myself. I'm being an ex-engineer, I like to work these things out. And also, but when I send it to outsource it and somebody tries to pull the wool over my eyes, I'll say, no, I know exactly how long this takes, so don't try and charge us more what I'm willing to pay, kind of thing. So again, something I'll share with people. I'll show people how to break things down, and so they can do these things if they wish it themselves. As I say, if they don't have the money, they might have the time. I'll show them how to do these complicated things, but I'll simplify them. I'll break them down into very easy step-by-step ways of doing it. And that's how I've done all my training. So I'm still thinking, do I use the We Promote You Online brand on there, or do I come up with something else? So I'm working on that at the moment, and I promise I will change it very soon. I was in last night. I promise I'll change it. I'll get the branding right. But if you go to my video channel, We Promote You Online, you'll see the video channel's branded. If you go, there's a Facebook page, We Promote You Online, that's branded. In fact, if you just search on Google, you'll see that we've got the brand all over the first page. And I think we take up the first nine spots. My friend Sean Beardmore, he has one of the spots. because we work close together with his buzz marketing company as well. So, but that again, I have to decide how I'm going to approach this and what I'm going to do, how I'm going to freshen it up. Because I get bored with things very easily. I get bored with the design. I want to keep it fresh. I've got more ideas of how I want to get people into the sales funnel, how to bring them to the process, how I can relate with them better, rather than just having a static sort of website that's there. So I want to get that more engagement with the customer kind of thing. So that's what I'll be working on. But a very important part you just mentioned there as well is choosing the right name. And one of the aspects we show you and what I'll be sharing and teaching people is how to use the power of keywords to outrank other people, and how you can use keywords in absolutely everything. Everything you do online relates to keywords. Choosing the domain name, optimizing your site, even saving a video with the keywords rather than just saving it as a raw file is a great way to get it ranked in YouTube. Just simple things like that as well. So having the right name, having the right keywords are very important to your success online. And again, getting back to that, especially on Facebook, if you choose a name, you tend to be stuck with it, unless you want to go and build another page. So you have to be careful with that. But that's something that you have to deliberate over, and that's something I'm going through now. Do I go the week promote the online brand? If I do, am I going to change that to be not just for offline businesses coming online, but do that for other marketers, how we can help to promote other marketers online and give the training. So all my training could be as part of that one brand. And that's where I am at the moment, just trying to decide on that line. Do I keep the commercial side away from the how to make money side of things? So that's something that we're deliberating with at the moment.
Gotcha. So, just to kind of summarize what you said is make sure they have a nice profile. You've mentioned having a good, community name. I know that I use Build It Big as one of my community's names. I'm sure there will be, people that have, and really on ours, I think they can go as long as you want. So the one gentleman with martial arts has got the Master Circle. So in your profile name, you can establish a memorable name that kind of identifies your community, which enables you to start attracting people worldwide. And then you've also talked about using Fiverr or using one of these discount services to create a brand for you, like a background for your YouTube channel, probably a background for your Twitter channel as well. And tying this all together, because even with EscapeDates, I know that we have Twitter combined in it, we have YouTube integrated with it, and we have Facebook. So those three platforms are already integrated with EscapeDates, and it helps people. A lot of people say, well, do I have to do away with my Facebook if I go with EscapeDates? And the answer is no, because Facebook is one of the best places in the world to market your community, where you can actually, I mean, does it make sense to you to do social media for a living rather than doing it for free? Does that resonate with you all? I kind of go like this. I hold up my hand like scales and I go, do it for free or make money doing it. Which is a better idea to you? Yeah,
exactly. I think I'm standing with that one.
Yeah.
I mean, how long we spend online. My Facebook's permanently on. Even in my day job, I've got my work computer and I've got my laptop and it's permanently on. So I'm always picking up messages. I'm picking up clients from there as well. We picked up another client for reputation management there, online reputation management, and that came through from Facebook. So we're picking these sort of things up. But again, getting back to the naming of how you name your profile, it is important. And again, it's something, it's got to be memorable. Or do you go for something that you're actually going to be doing? So is it going to be like New Zealand Adventure Holidays? Is that what your profile is about? Is that how you want to optimize your site? Is it possible to? And this is because I haven't got into the nitty gritty yet. I haven't engineered myself yet. I'm still getting used to what size image do I need to put in there to make my profile stand out, to maximize the canvas as such that's in there within EscapeDates. So the profile is wow, I've got what I want to have on there on that canvas. I want to maximize the impact on there. At the same time, can I search engine optimize the profile as well? So can that be picked up by the search engines, especially Google? So if that's the case, I'll be looking to have my name as such that's easy to pick up on the search engines, and it's linked to my brand that could bring people across from there as well. So that's another consideration I'm looking at. So there's a few things I'm playing with at the moment. It's probably the worst habit I've got is trying to take things to pieces. But
yeah. That's the engineer coming out in you, and we'll leave it at that. But tell me about I know with Escape Dates, and we look forward to seeing you at some of the events and having you at some of the trainings so you can share your experience with the Escape Dates members. We'll be holding monthly and quarterly events and annual events. Tell me a little bit, let's conclude this. Tell me what your escape artist dream is. You know, we define the escape artist dream as being able to live anywhere in the world on your own terms. And with your $50,000 to $100,000 a month of income, where do you go? Where does Phil go? And what are you going to be doing with your escape artist dream?
Well, I've sent a little bit of a synopsis across my life, my past record. When I worked in the factories many years ago, I read a book called Talk and Grow Rich, and I'm still looking for that book, but I still remember what I wrote on that front cover. I want to get out of that factory. It was a big book by Ron G. Holland, who, funny enough, now we're going to do a partnership deal on now, which is strange how things happen, and that's because I went to Dubai, of all places, and also through Facebook. But that book asked me the same question. And I spent many hours deliberating, what is it I want? Is it more money? Is it a great family? What is it? And I just went through everything, and it was down to just, I want to do what I want, when I want, whenever I want, and not have to worry about it. And the people that are with me don't have to worry either. And that's what I want out of it. And it's there, the lifestyle's there to be achieved. Where I am now, unfortunately, I haven't got the family with me just now. But that's not to say it's not going to happen in the next 6 months, or it's not going to happen in the next 3 months, who knows? It may not be Saudi Arabia, maybe I'm based in Bahrain and just come across every day on the causeway, or it may be I just go back to being full-time and I position myself either in the Middle East or position myself in Cyprus. So we've got that flexibility. My ideal lifestyle going forward is I want to have these wealth weeks, and these wealth weeks are where I take a group of people from all sorts of backgrounds, from everywhere in the world. We get a massive mansion or a villa somewhere. We lock the doors for a 7-day period. We have 5 days of intensive course with the world's industry leaders, whether it be on motivation, whether it be on business building, investing, etc. And then we empower people at the end of the week, and they can go forward and do their own thing. So we're looking at Cyprus, we're looking at France, we're looking at America, we're looking at the Caribbean and things like that as well. So that's some of the things we have on the horizon that we want to do as part of the brand. And that will help me and my family and people around us to live and enjoy that escape artist and that escape dates lifestyle, and that's what we're looking to do.
That's great. Do you have a particular country in mind that you'd like to plant some roots in and have your villa in?
I keep looking around. My friends, I've got friends in Thailand now living there. I've got friends living in the Caribbean. I've got friends living in Cyprus. I've got friends everywhere. I just don't know where to pitch my tent as such.
So your strategy is just to have more friends so you have lots more villas. Is that what you're telling me?
It's working out that way, funny enough. Yeah.
That's good. Well, don't change it if it's working. That sounds like a great plan, having villas all over the world. Sounds like a better plan than having one just tied down in one location. So, well, Phil, I know that you've gone from the factories. You've talked about the struggles that you've been through. I think a lot of people, they look at the idea of being an expat and having the freedom that you have now. Fear, family, finances, friends, are usually the 4 F's that prevent people from really realizing what we call the 5th F, and that is freedom. And, it really sounds like ultimately between what you're doing with We Promote Online and your engineering job and what you're doing with Escape Dates is you're really just self-engineering your own freedom, it sounds like.
I am. I mean, it's like all good engineering, engineering success. It's, you go through your planning stage and the implementation stage. So I've replanned a lot. So I'm just at the planning and re-implementation just now. But there's a lot of things coming down the horizon. So I can see the bright light. I know what's happening now, and the bright light's not a train coming down the tunnel for a change. It's because I'm getting back more in control of where I want to be with my life. And it's anybody can do it. It's just invest in themselves.
Now I have a question. I have a question for you. How has social media infiltrated the countries that you've traveled to? Is it as prolific as it is in the UK, or as it is in America, or is it just getting started?
It's prolific. It's massive. It really is massive. Because, especially in Saudi Arabia, young kids can't interact as such, male and female. So they're using the power of social media to interact with each other. It's quite funny, and just a short story. When you walk through the shopping malls, you switch your Bluetooth off, because you're always getting picked up and getting hit with people trying to hit on Bluetooth.
That's funny.
That's how the kids do the dating. It's how the kids do the dating via Bluetooth, etc. But social media is taking off. As I said earlier on in the conversation, Jordan are looking at using social media to prevent the events that's happened in Egypt and Syria and other states within the region, or other countries within the region, because they understand the power of social media and how widespread it can go and how viral you can get the message out and how quickly you can get the message out as well. Right. So it is very prolific out here. It really is.
You see people using more mobile phones internationally than laptops. Are they using the tablets and mobile phones, or is it? Are they? I'd heard some of the countries people just migrated straight to mobile and skipped laptops altogether.
Yeah, at work, if I'm just thinking about where I'm at the office where I am now, there's a lot of iPads. So iPads rule at the moment. There's a few Samsungs as well. They've got the small Samsung tablets and things like that. They're using them as well. But mobile technology, not as many laptops. I haven't seen so many laptops with the guys. But certainly the handheld devices are there. A lot of iPads around here, and a lot of these Samsung devices. So yeah, we are seeing that, definitely. It's much easier for them to have these things. Starbucks, you go to Starbucks, and they're taking advantage of the Wi-Fi in there, obviously. So they'll all be sitting there with iPads and their Samsungs, etc. But mobile phones, again, it's strange. It's from the UK, it's a different way of purchasing a mobile phone than it is across here. There's two main companies, and it's quite a lengthy process getting a mobile phone over here. So, and yet some of the phones they have you see some of the iPhones, but a lot of the guys on the lower wages, etc. You're seeing the handsets. Which we probably had about 8 or 10 years ago. You know, they're that bad, some of the handsets they have. But they're catching up, and they're catching up fast, I must admit.
Well, you're from the land of one of my idols, and that's Richard Branson. He's I'm a avid student of his philosophy and the way he's done business. Don't see myself doing any fast balloon trips or any Atlantic crossings or anything like that. But you have an admirable person, and I remember Richard Branson talking about what an entrepreneur is, and he said an entrepreneur finds a gap or a void in his life, and he fills that void. He goes out and attacks it with a passion and creates a business around that passion. And that's kind of what we're hoping people do with Escape Artist and Escape Dates. Our website is really been there for people that are dreamers, but also people who are taking action. And you appear to be a man of great action. So it's been a real pleasure interviewing you and hearing your story. And we look forward to, and thank you for all your tips on Saudi Arabia. I know where not to come to party. So I guess if you're going, I'm going to party, and you're thinking Mykonos or Saudi Arabia, we're probably going to Mykonos, right? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Well, we're going to have a great time with Escape Dates and with you. And again, thank you for your time, and look forward to the readers getting to know you and all of the members in Escape Dates. It's been a real pleasure, Phil. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Tom. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.